All right. Welcome, welcome. There's no Chana at the moment because I think he's having technical issues with his internet. But he should be on in a bit, hopefully. But it's me, and I'm here, and you guys are here. Who we have in the chat? So let's see. We have Tim Perry as usual, Van Gool, Ohm Audio Channel. How's it going? Grave Digger, and who else? Matt, how you doing? He has a few questions, so we have some stuff start here. We'll get to that. Um, yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I have my energy drink, and whenever you see me drinking this energy drink, that means that I'm not on a normal sleep schedule because I'm working on things. So yeah, I typically try not to drink these things. I don't think they're really great for you. Sometimes you gotta just do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? All right. Make sure everything's working here. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Maybe I'll answer some questions right off the bat. Usually we chat for a bit and talk about what we've been up to. And we've been up to a lot. There's a lot that we can share with you that's new, that wasn't here last week, and now it is. You know, we can talk about let's see. I guess I can throw some of it out there. So Chana and I have been working on kind of like some spatial binaural stuff for our spatial group channel. You guys have seen those like things where people listen to what is that called? Like lo-fi hip hop, like stuff to study to. We're like, yeah, we could kind of do that. Oh, there's Darren. We could do that, but we could make it, immersive, like binaural. And so we did that. We have versions of songs that are like in Atmos, but we have to make them 5.14 for YouTube. There are ways to get it to 7.1, kind of like as a trick, using the Dolby Surround Up mixer. So we're working on that, and also we released Sat Go. It's kind of like we announced it last time. Oh, there's Aaron. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, man. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man. I'm out walking, so not at the house right now.
Okay, sounding good though.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm just back. So I get an epidural in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Nice. So when's the baby?
Yeah. 2 weeks, actually. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. So what's up? What have I missed?
You haven't missed much. Chana's having issues with his in the chat. It says ducking internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ducking internet.
Well, that was an autocorrect because Chana would never misspell a cuss word on purpose.
It actually did that to me once. It said duck. I'm like, the heck?
Yep.
Anyway.
I've never had that happen because I never type up curse words, unlike you vile heathens.
I try not to cuss. It's funny because like I don't cuss on my channel.
Right.
But sometimes when I talk to certain people, I cuss more than others, especially Chana. I just I mostly say cuss words when I talk to Chana.
He brings it out of you.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so the thing is, the reason I don't like to cuss is not because I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that. It just depends on the person. You know what I mean? Like if the moment they cuss, then it's on.
Yeah.
It's open. But I think to me, what it shows is kind of maybe that you're not in control of your emotions or something. Like you're out of control or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Chana is definitely out of control.
He's out of control.
Out of control.
I got an email from someone.
This internet is out of control.
I got an email from somebody saying that they love how Chana is out of control and how there's a interplay of him being wild and then me kind of like hey chill out. And then Aaron just
back it up. Aaron's just non-existent. No, he's there.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out in the background.
Hopefully he's like the voice of reason for me, and I'm the voice of reason for you, and then we're all kind of keeping each other in check.
I hope not. I like for us to get out of control.
Okay, we could do that too.
No, not really.
Yeah, the reason I do like cussing sometimes though is just because sometimes you want to express like that you're you're out of control in a positive way. You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, I'm mad. I'm like, dude, this is ducking awesome. You know what I mean?
this is ducking awesome. That's how I feel.
Ducking.
You feel ducking awesome?
I used to hate
Yeah.
correct ducking. But after a while, just like, oh, I pick up cursing only not. It's a. There we go. Finally, I'm back up.
All right, cool.
Oh man, I was enjoying the Max Headroom version of
the what room?
the Max Headroom.
Yeah. He's back. All right. Johnny needs a better connection. Yeah. What is
Had to switch headphones too.
Okay.
All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Daily HiFi podcast.
No, it's too late for that.
There's the real intro.
It was so odd because like I was backstage and right as we were about to start the show, 49, boom, internet just dies. So I had to reset everything. Like I went upstairs and reset my router and all that kind of nonsense. So hopefully it'll last. I don't know.
Oh man. But yeah, life is good. Life is good. No, hopefully it's good for you guys.
It's good. It's all right.
I'm feeling good.
Better.
Shauna, Aaron, dude, for some reason I kind of enjoy when you're a little bit upset with like speakers that you're reviewing.
Oh yeah.
I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of like laughing how annoyed you are.
Yeah. I was visibly annoyed. I was more annoyed before I started filming, and I was like, all right, I've got to like bring myself down a notch because I just seem too annoyed. And it's just but yes.
Yeah, I don't know about the shape of that last one that you did. You know, it has that weird. It does look like a straight up like 3D printed speaker.
It does. It looks stupid.
They should have made it like made out of like wood, like a cool like mid-century modern, and just charge like even more money.
Yeah, I mean the build quality on it is. I mean, aside from the look, but the build quality on it is. It feels really sturdy, and it just feels really good. But it looks weird.
Yeah, I actually reached out to the guy that I know at Fio, however you say it.
I don't know. I always thought it was Fio, but
I'm gonna share the email if he says that it's okay for me to share it with you. But he was real cool about it. He's like, oh yeah, man, Aaron did his thing. He's like, and like he didn't disagree with anything. He's like, oh yeah, it's probably because they did this and he did that. Like straight up, like it was cool about it. So I thought you would appreciate that. Like he's like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even so annoyed with the product. It was just when I was reading through the page, I was like, what is this crap? Like talking about this tweeter plays, because it's a 1-inch tweeter, it plays flat from 10 kilohertz to 20 kilohertz. And I'm like, dude, your own specs don't even show that. Like I'm looking at your graph right there and it drops 5 dB at 16 kilohertz. Like, what are you talking about?
maybe there's a disconnect between the guys who like make it and the guys who do the marketing. I think that happens a lot. They're
all disconnected. That's the problem. Anyway.
I get
it's a bad design. Like stuff like it's like the PreSonus Eris that I tested. I'm not even going to do a video for that. I'm just not wasting my time.
Really? Yeah. But I want to see you upset though.
I think I'm upset.
A little bit.
I may do like a live.
Can't you do it in a way where you're like, at least you enjoy being upset about it?
Yeah, I should just like be a caricature of myself.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Hey everybody, here's the worst speaker I've ever seen in my life.
I get what you're saying though, because like it seems like it would be fun, but it's never fun. It's not fun really
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I made a short for it. I made a post on my YouTube page and my Facebook group. So it's not like I didn't post the information out there and I published the data and I wrote what I didn't like about it in the review, but I'm like, I don't want to go through the process of creating another video and editing another video back to back, for the same kind of deal where it's like, it's a scooped out mid-range, super bright highs, a 1-note wonder on the bass. Like, ugh, come on, let's do something.
So did you get those Kanto auras that I mentioned to you?
I have not, no, but when you mentioned them, I remembered them. I met I guess maybe one of their reps.
When you mentioned it, oh yeah, of course, I remembered it now.
I think you should reach out to the guys at Kanto, just because I do have that speaker. I've measured it, listened to it, and it's around that same price range of that one that you're looking at. I think it's like they're like good competitors to one another, and I think finally, I could be wrong, but I think you might at least say, finally.
Yeah.
Well,
because you recommended the monolith one, and I didn't review. I don't know. Did I review that one? I think I reviewed a similar one, and I didn't really like that one too much.
Yeah,
either.
they have another one. It's like a DT3, I think, and that one's not any good. But the MM3 is actually it's not great, but it's better than the
It's
other
not
one.
good.
Yeah,
So-
I have a hard time finding any. They're like halfway decent, and people were like, "Well, it's because they're cheap." And then so Andrew Jones even replied to my Facebook group when somebody said, "Well, what can you expect when you're paying $99?" And Andrew Jones was like, "Well, actually," so he chimed in. I was like, "Get on."
Actually, you can expect quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I made speakers that were $99 and $129, and they were all right.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. And then Lars Risbo from Purify, he replied to my post on Facebook, and he just said, "OMG," like about how bad the PreSonus was. I was like, yeah, when you got other, dudes who do this stuff for a living, don't even necessarily design speakers in that same space, but do it for a living, and they're like, "This is terrible," then maybe you should listen to them. It's not just me.
So, is the not to give it all away, but this one that you reviewed, is it plastic? Made out of plastic? Or
The
wood?
the PreSonus is, but the FIO, the one that you're talking about, no, I mean it's some kind of metal because it's dense and it's heavy, so it's got to be some kind of metal. Yeah, I think I'm sure you can pull up the website and see, but
This other one that I'm not allowed to like really review yet. The Kanto is supposed to, there's a whatever.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What do you call it?
NDA.
Embargo.
Embargo.
There it is.
But I mean, they've already shown it at Audio Advice.
I heard them.
Yeah,
I heard
them. It's not like it's a secret.
It's not like
but they want to. I think they just want to keep it so that like there's a release date and then like a big splash. Okay, I get it.
Makes sense.
But the thing about it is like, it's the enclosure is plastic.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, can a speaker of that size be good and be made out of plastic? The enclosure? Because first thing I think of resin.
Yeah, no, I think so. As long as it's reasonably braced and the engineering behind it's solid, no pun intended. Yeah, I've come across plastic speakers that I thought were pretty all right. It just depends. It just depends. Like you with the plastic ones, you can do
ones that you liked, right? Those
yeah, like those
you love those
ones. I did. Those were pretty awesome. No, what was it? Somebody had some 3D printed speakers that he sent out to me just for me to goof around with, and I made a video on it. I was pretty impressed by those little BMR full range, and a portable little enclosure. It was pretty neat,
Right.
So it can be done.
Home Audio Channel says the front baffles on the Calis are plastic and sound great. Do they not have wood? I kind of assumed it was like a wood baffle, and then they put that on the front of it. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I think the JBL, the 305Ps, MK2s, and 308s, I think those are plastic baffles.
Straight up plastic.
Well.
Like the speakers mounted on plastic.
I think so. Yeah, and I'm sure that there are more that you and I have reviewed, and we just don't even remember right now.
Oh yeah.
Plastic.
Well, there's like my speakers, my PA speakers are they use a plastic, right? I showed you the picture of the
outdoor
whole
speakers.
Yeah, I mean, but they do make a wood version, and they just cost like double. Yeah. And you'll get a better sound out of them, better sounding sound, more better bassy. Because hey, let's just use the words that all these companies. It's a good, better quality bass out of a wooden enclosure.
John, you need to see this one that we're talking about. I don't know if you saw my review, but the FIO SP3. So it's got.
I don't think Shauna watches your reviews.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have a feeling he doesn't.
If they pop up, I do. I just don't like Joe's video. 17 minutes long, dude. Come on, bro. That last, I was just like, oh.
Hey, I don't like watching my videos either. So we're
like, damn. But no, like, what's funny? So, my buddy who DJ'd with me years ago for a long time, I DJ'd his wedding. He's now a police officer here in town. I DJ'd his wedding last week. And a couple weeks before the wedding, he's like, hey, what setup are you going to bring? Because he's all into, he wants to like play a little bit when at the wedding. And so I showed it. I have multiple clips, that I take when I set up a wedding. And then during the wedding, he comes up to me. He's like, dude, these speakers are awesome. He's like, what? When you sent me that video, I was like, man, this is all he's bringing, and they're like the ABS plastic, portable line array RCFs or whatever. He's like, dude, I didn't even think like it would fill up. Like, he's like, dude, the bass is awesome. And he's like, I was like, dude, I would never steer you wrong. Why would I'm not going to skimp out. It was $3,000 for that pair. the step up where they use wooden enclosures is like 6,000 a pair. So, you know, like if I just, you know, had the choice, new laptop, new speakers, Kaleidoscape, I'd probably go new speakers.
Hey, well, what sounds like a bad idea for like outdoor stuff? Like if it rains, I wouldn't want.
No, it's not outdoor. It's well, dude, this wedding outdoor ceremony totally started raining. So you know, I bring a wagon and it has my power supply, my big Pecron E3000, right? A little mixer, cable up a microphone on a microphone stand, and a small 8-inch outdoor, not outdoor, but just a 8-inch PA speaker. So I took the covers. So I take the wagon, I put everything on the ground, and I flip the wagon over and place it on top. And the music's still playing, and I put the cover of the speaker on top of the speaker because it's raining, but they're still doing the ceremony. So we still have to have audio. We still have to. I took a video about it. It's pretty ridiculous, but you know, these are just event speakers, so they're, you know, obviously they're going to be outside. Not supposed to be ran in the rain, but you know, I covered everything where all the plugs would connect up, you know, so there wouldn't be any issues. You know, fingers crossed. Is how, dude. It started snowing yesterday, and the internet went out yesterday. What? It went out for like an hour. Ryder's like, "Hey, did the internet go out?" I was like, "Yeah, it's not us. It's the sudden link or whatever."
So what hole? Which one's the speaker with the hole in the plastic?
That's the Evox J8. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I had that. So I still have it. All I did was gaff taped up the hole, so I still have nice punchy bass.
That's good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Add some weight to it. It'll be like a passive radiator. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like
yeah.
on it or something.
I mean, I could spend another $1,200. I didn't want to do that. I'm almost done with weddings for this year, so I got 2 more to go. Hopefully, and they're both outdoors, so hopefully it's not going to rain or snow.
Do it like that Japanese style, you know, where they like fix the cracks, like when a bowl breaks. You know, they patch it up and then they do it in a cool color, so it's not like you're trying to hide it.
Oh yeah, like it's like a little
with your clients.
It's like some road rash on your arm or something like that. You want to kind of keep
it in red.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Ike. Yeah, no, there's a big hole in the speaker, but yeah, I haven't seen your video though.
Okay, all right. So
yeah, go ahead.
Where I was going with that was, if you look at the frequency response, there's like a 7 dB scoop in the mid range. And then it's got a super peaky, like 1 note, 70 hertz bass response, and then it just falls like a cliff below that. But on their website, it says pure, robust bass.
I don't have your on your website. You don't have that up on your website, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably post it tomorrow. I haven't got a chance to.
Your thumbnail is hilarious, dude. I can't tell if you're upset about the speaker or you gotta, you know, drop a deuce.
I'm both.
Like,
both.
Say, look at the JL below it. Nice and happy. Just constipated.
I look like somebody came over and kicked my dog.
That's funny. Hey, that's a new way to do it. So instead of like Amir's panther, it's just you and your different faces.
Yeah.
It's just I'm either smiling or I'm not.
Hey, I got an idea for you though. I got an idea for your thumbnail. Just a random. I'll bring that back up real quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just a cool idea. Let's see if we can. You see the screen, Aaron?
Yeah. Hang on one sec. Yes, I can.
I don't know if this would work, but it just seems like it would be a cool visual effect. Just looking at these, you see how like your background's like plain blue. I assume you just cut yourself out.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you just took like part of like the right side, and you made it like kind of the same rounded edge of the YouTube thumbnail, but you made it white, but kind of let the speaker hang out of the outside.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
You could. It looks like the speaker's outside of the box. How did he do that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So make like maybe just like the side little bit, just square it off and make it white, and then the
I don't know.
The box.
I hear you. It might work.
Might be neat.
Anyway,
yeah.
YouTube, like, you know, this is what we do. We kind of go back and forth and like share ideas.
Hey, I like this microphone in the background. I like this LED.
My daughter got me that for my birthday.
Oh yeah,
from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I was like, that's just sweet.
Good job, daughter.
Yeah,
I got a new one. I got a lightning bolt because my headphone one I broke like a little bit ago.
Oh
yeah, because See, this side brings the light, the thunder.
Oh God, help us! All right, I liked it better when your internet wasn't working.
Yes, we'll talk about a lot of stuff happened actually over the weekend.
Flight escape.
Well, I mean, Zapidi is no longer the MSG Sphere had their first concert. It was U2. The video and pictures of that are insane. And I hear from some people on TikTok that if you do go there, you want to get in the 200 or 300 to get the best view. The best view is not the people down there. It's the people in the like middle upper areas because it's the visuals are all over the place.
Whoa. So I don't know much about it. Is it like, do they have crazy sound in there too?
Apparently,
crazy surround sound.
I would imagine. But the visuals, like they could put, so U2 is just standing in the just on this little stage. And then the background was just whatever they could imagine. So it could be just like out in space and you're there with them, or like, there's shit above you, shit in front of you, shit on the sides. It's just all around. It's amazing. The MSG Sphere.
Bring it up,
guys.
Like Joe Rogan. Hey, can you bring that up?
Can you bring that up, Aaron? Thanks.
Yeah, I'm on that.
From the playground.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I told Joe I felt like you because like Sasha hasn't been here, so it's just like me and Ryder. So I'm like, I'm eating cold pizza at 2 a.m. playing video games, and I'm like, I feel like I'm Aaron again, And Joe's like, don't you do that every night though? And I was like, okay, maybe kinda.
He rained on your parade, dude. Joe don't rain on his parade. Let him have it.
Yeah, there's plenty of rain here already.
Yeah, it's snow.
Yeah.
Hey, so I want to hear our spatial toolkit in this in the spot. Like, dude, this is the most accurate I've ever heard. If it's in that dome.
Oh, yeah. No, totally.
Yeah. Watch it not work. Or even better, watch them use it and it'll be like left channel, but it's at like the center back or something.
I like you guys got it mixed up right here. I'm assuming they're probably using that Space Map Go.
Space
if
Map
they're doing
Go.
like a bunch of speakers. Space.
Okay.
Space Map Go.
Screen. Was it Tim? Tim put something on there. So if you guys don't know what the MSG Sphere is, this is big ball.
Look at that
You see the eyeball? You see this? This is out in Las Vegas. Then it's a basketball, and it's just they're being funny. Look, it's a portal to another dimension, right? And it's a massive LED curved screen. That's what it is, right?
So it's kind of like you're in the what do they call it? The volume for like Mandalorian. You're in the volume, like they film in there, so it looks all super realistic, kind of like being in that.
Yeah, I guess here's a Rolling Stone picture from Rolling Stone. God damn stupid PC. Okay, let's check out this photo. Look at this. Look, here's the stage. You see this? This is the stage. But look at the visuals.
Oh,
look how ginormous that is. This is crazy.
So is it being projected onto the outside of the sphere, or like?
No, the outside of the sphere is totally different. Outside of the sphere is totally different. This is another LED.
What I was wondering, like, can they project onto the inside also?
Oh, I would imagine they could do whatever they want to, right? So it's just an LED screen. What is this ad? Get out of here! Can't see the thing. Open image, a new tab. Can I zoom? Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look, the stage is right here.
I can't see it on the screen right here.
Oh, it went to another window. Hold on. Stop sharing. I don't know what's worse, using this trackball or this PC. Okay,
LED screen.
Look at that. Yeah, so it's all LED, and look how tiny the stage is. And so they're saying the best seats are like up here in this row or the top row, because there's visuals all over, like even above you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I see if hopefully Fred's in the chat right here. Fred would be like, yeah, but it's not OLED,
Let me see if I can.
Cool, but I just black levels.
All right, 1.8 billion. I was curious. The first thing I found, it says 1.8 billion to build that, which that's in 2022. So who knows what it actually cost?
Yeah, right. And it's supposed to be 1.2 million LEDs. And the outside ones, they said that the LEDs are like baseball size LEDs, so they're pretty.
What
big.
are these 167,000 speakers? Says Tim. That sounds like a lot of speakers.
Can't be right. Maybe 16,000.
maybe it's 167. What is that running off of? A Denon or Marantz?
Yeah, it's all mini DSP.
That's I mean, what? I don't know. It doesn't even seem like that would do it. That sounds like too many speakers, man. Like, what are they all like? They're all tweeters, right? They're like those Tecton. It's like a giant Tecton setup, all tweeters.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's a bunch of Aura Whispers, the little 2-inch full range speakers.
Oh, dude, they got the whole thing on YouTube.
I should watch that.
It
wouldn't actually be a bad idea to have a ton of just smaller speakers, just a ton of them. I don't think it'd be a horrible idea.
Yeah,
just bounce through this.
They're supposedly using beamforming to give every seat optimal audio at the concert. That'd be interesting. That's interesting stuff.
Well, then maybe there is 167,000 speakers.
Wow.
That just doesn't seem like it can house that many speakers.
Oh, look, it's a cityscape. Look, they're outdoors. Get it? Look, you see that? That's the visual.
Right.
They're on the stage, but the visuals is outside in Vegas.
That's cool, man. That makes me want to go to Vegas, actually.
They do that whole indoor-outdoor feel. This takes it to another level.
Yeah, that's nuts.
What is this one? Oh yeah, just giant Bono. Oh, here's the like desert. Look at that,
dude.
Wow.
Hold on.
I like it.
Is that Kaleidoscape?
Oh, you guys are funny.
Hey, let's use that as a good segue. Let's use that as a good segue to boom. Hey, Tim, you got a lot to clip this week, man. Make sure this Zapiti one goes up today or tomorrow, please. So Zapiti is zaput. It's kaput. It's gone. It's done. I believe. So what's interesting is, Zapiti have sent me gear. They sent me the their Zapiti things, and then also they sent me their Blu-ray player, and then they sent me the new one called Magnetar, but the company name had changed to Let's Get Physical, and I was just like, oh, it's the same people.
Olivia
and
John.
Yeah, right. That's the name of the company. So it was Raphael. I forget the dude's name in Bill. Something makes me want to say Bill in Florida. He's like, oh yeah, that's the new names. Let's Get Physical. He's like, I know. You know about the song. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's so they got the Magnetar going on. So at that point in time, I'm like, oh, this sounds like there's no more Zapiti, is what I thought. And then, a year later, here we are finally getting the email today, I believe. Let's see here. Here it is. Zapiti will end soon. Oh, he sent this to me and Shane. I think Shane already made a video about it. But here, I can just go ahead and show you the email. Or should I show an email? Or I
don't know. You know what? Basically, they just said we're out of business. I've read it in a few different places. We're out of business. And what should we do about that? What can you do? Like, I don't know. What should you tell your customers? We're out of business.
It says we are working on a solution to propose to all Zapiti users. The plan is to install a new app so they can continue to enjoy their Zapiti products. There will be a small fee for that app, but at least there will be a proposed solution. They will have to create a new account and a new collection. So basically, the way Zapiti works is, you got to log in online, and then it'll download all the metadata and stuff like that. So you can do an offline collection for everything that you have currently, and you're good to go. However, when you add new things, new titles, it won't be able to go and do all the things that you.
I see. So it's just for getting the IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes information and all that sort of stuff, right?
Right. It'll still play. They'll still work, right? But if you add new titles, you kind of just have to go through the Explorer, the file, and find the file and play it. So it's not going to have the pictures and stuff.
It's not going to look cool.
It's not going to look cool. Yeah. The whole reason why so yay, go Kaleidoscape. Yay. But no. So everybody go out and buy Kaleidoscape now. Actually, I was going to show you guys. So now if I type in, Vidu Zidu just came out with a new line. People are like, well, what are we gonna do? So let's go to Amazon here.
What's with the Z's on these things? Zidu. What is that?
Zapiti. Zidu. So this is the Z9X, I think, Pro. I think what's his name? Ike said he had one. This is the Z2000. I already have I'm okay. I have a Zidu. And here's the new Dune. Not a lot of people talking about this guy. Thing? I don't know, but it's new. It's new. And it's pretty much the same thing, but let's see. Dune HD, Pro Vision 4K, HDR10, Ultra HD.
Okay, so let me get this. Let me understand something, because I don't have any of these devices, and I probably
Vision.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to talk about anything that I don't have. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see. Can I USB 3.1, USB Type C, HDMI in? Oh, that's interesting. HDMI out, audio out. A lot of people talk about the Zidu. I've never actually had one of these. Dunes. Do you guys, anybody in the chat have any? Dune has the same chipset as the Zidu.
Here's what I do know. Go ahead.
Ike made a video on the Zidu already.
So I saw that they have an app called like the Dune HD media player or something like that, and then another one for the Boxy, I think it's called Boxy HD. Basically, it looks like an app that's their own app that allows it to play ISO files. All these are just Android devices,
right? Yeah.
And so I guess they have this app that allows it to play these various things, and I don't know what else it does, but I know that out of the box, like my Shield doesn't, I'd have to install Kodi, I guess, in order to play ISOs. But this is why people like that. They said like this app is what makes it awesome.
Right. See, like I rip a lot of things to ISO, so I like I also rip to BDMV, so I don't know if this will do BDMV.
Well, a lot of times it's also the hardware. Like for example, AV1 support. My NVIDIA Shield doesn't have AV1 support for the latest codec. These they have. I don't know if this one has DTSX audio pass through. I know these, like most of the Dune HD ones, do have True HD Atmos pass through. So it's not the same. Like True HD can just be 7.1 True HD pass through.
Right.
But this one is True HD with Atmos pass through. And then they also support, that Dolby Matte, where basically it kind of decodes everything in the box itself and it just sends the PCM signal. Kind of like Apple TV. That's what it uses. So it can do all these different formats, but just be careful because they're tricky sometimes as far as like what it passes through. So that's a hardware thing. Like there's no software that would make that work. If you have some native DTSX or Auro 3D stuff, it needs to be able to do that on the hardware side, I think. So that's probably what you want to look for when it comes to this stuff.
I mean, you guys are saying it's the new Zidu. Scadio says the new Zidu supports AV1. Where's the regular chat here? Okay. And then I heard they are very similar but different UI. Marv says Dune has clunky older interface, still like my Zidu Z9X. Uh-oh. Man, I was thinking about getting this thing. I guess I shouldn't. Well, because here's the thing. Oddly enough, finally, after all these years, Sasha says to me, hey, don't we have like a whole bunch of movies somewhere? You kept on saying we have a whole bunch of. I was like, yeah. She's like, I was trying to find a movie and I didn't know where this whole bunch of movies is. I was like, oh, it's on the Zapiti. She's like, oh, the Zapiti. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get one of these Dune HD. What do you guys think? Should I buy this Dune HD and see what's up, or should I go with the
And then send me the inexpensive one so I can test the spatial toolkit stuff.
What inexpensive one?
There's if you look at Dune HD, there's a HD Homedics or something like that.
This one is $149.
$150. I want to just test to see what works and what doesn't. This is an alternative for people who homatics, yeah.
This one, homatics.
Are they going to send you a dialysis machine? Like,
that's what I thought of too. Yeah, because that one does AV1, but it also has support for True HD Atmos pass-through, but not DTSX.
Wi-Fi 6. That's good.
It looks like the specs are pretty decent, you know?
Yeah. What is
and
it,
it's around the
$150?
same price range as the NVIDIA Shield. And the NVIDIA Shield, after they've updated to this new version, I have two of them. The 2017 version and I have the 2019 Pro. And they both are almost to the point where, like, mine, maybe not everybody else's, but the stuff that I run on there, just like Disney Plus, it never even plays the first time, right? It tries to play the HDR. It takes a second for the projector to switch over to HDR, right? That's kind of a thing. And by the time it switches over, it kicked me out because, like, the handshake is like, I don't know what happened. We lost connection. So it's almost unusable. And so what I ended up doing on my 2017 Shield is I rolled it back to 8.2.3. Had to do that whole process, which is not like the most straightforward thing to do. And dude, it just runs awesome now. And it kind of pisses me off because I'm like, it was the software that made this thing slow. It's not like there's no issue. It's just that the updates that they put out made it unusable. I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, because like why would you? They made the product worse than when I bought it. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought the product, I liked it, and then you guys decided, you're forcing these updates, and now my product is worse.
Yeah, because they're coming out with the new one.
That's not. Hopefully,
coming out with. It sounds like some shady Apple business. We're gonna make it slower. Oh, hey, by the way, it's the what are we talking about? The Shield Pro TV 2. The Pro Max, the Shield TV Pro Max.
Yeah, please come out with a new one. That's fine. I'll buy it too. You know, but make my old one still not suck. You know, I'll still buy the new one. Don't worry about that. You don't have to do that. Just make it. Just keep me happy, and I'll keep buying Shield products.
Yeah. Otherwise. Oh, this is perfect. I can't believe I got the pause on this one. Otherwise, you're gonna look like this guy here.
You look like you have no mouth right there. Man.
That's about right.
I know, it's pretty hilarious. That was a perfect pause on my part.
That should be the one, like when you really, really, really don't like something. It should be that one right there. No mouth,
like
no lips.
Look of complete disappointment. Like
I don't even have lip for this video.
Yeah, I don't have lip. I quit. Can't do this anymore. I don't want to review stuff anymore.
Oh man!
All right. You guys want me to buy that shit? I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, well, we already knew you're gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, I put it in my cart already.
Dude, look at your
Probably
eyes.
been in there for a week.
Everybody knows that look.
What this look in my eye? I can't see. I'm too busy buying stuff.
He's like all happy. Oh man!
Wait, did I already buy this? No, I didn't.
Oh no!
Buy it later. Why are you doing it right now?
Because I want to make sure it comes in next week, dude.
Oh,
buy it now, dude. Yeah.
There ain't no sale
an
on
hour
it.
later, it will come in next week.
Exactly, dude. Because even with Amazon Prime, the shit takes a week to get here. Remember, I'm in the boonies.
Let's see. Let me see what other questions for Aaron, because I know sometimes you have to take off early. So let me see if there are any starred comments that you're interested. Here we go.
Nope.
Kyle says, "Hey Aaron, just ordered up the Revel F22 what is that? 226BE?
F226BE. Yeah, I want to see how much they're on sale for. I'm curious.
Based on your in-depth review, they're on sale.
Yeah, that was
Where
one
are
of
they
the
on
first
sale? Let's see.
speakers I reviewed.
Revel F226BE.
Oh yeah.
Are they? Where are they on sale? On their website?
They're almost $1,000 off right now on Crutchfield. They're $2,887.50 each.
Well, go if you want to buy those, go click on Aaron's video and click on the link in the description.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Especially if he's the one who convinced you to buy them. You know what I mean? It's just the right thing to do.
Yeah,
I agree. I'll have to make. Well, I don't have a affiliate link for those, so I'll have to go make one.
Go make it.
All right. So if they're on Crutchfield, go click on Crutchfield on one of Aaron's videos.
Yeah, there you go.
Are they on
There you
Crutchfield?
go. Yes, that's where they're at.
All right,
I'll have
there
to
you
try
go.
to make a link for it sometime.
Done deal.
And then
See, I can
share
be
it
a
with
salesman
everybody.
too. I can
Yeah.
sell stuff too. Let's
I
go.
had somebody reply to when I posted some of the kefs, the cheap ones.
Mm.
They were like, too much salesmanship. I was like, dude, all I'm doing is saying like these things are on sale. I've already reviewed them. Here's the link to the video. Here's a link to the thing if you want to buy them.
All
Like,
right.
if that's your definition of salesmanship, then I'm a terrible salesman. Let me tell you that.
Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like you have any personal bias towards either, let's say, Kef or JL Audio?
Toward Kef, personal bias?
Like,
I
you know,
mean,
like personal, like
yeah,
I like
yeah.
this company. You know.
Right. Yeah, I would say that in general, I've liked the products that they put out. So, yes. But having said that, there are like Kef has put out some stuff where I'm like, you know, but they sure as heck ain't putting out anything that Fio put out.
I just don't get this. I don't get why like having some kind of bias makes you like a horrible person. Like it makes you a human being.
Yeah, I'm biased.
If you let it
good.
mess up your your process, then that's not good. But
Right.
to have an inherent bias is not wrong. I feel like it's human.
I think, yeah, like I said, I mean, and usually the stuff that I am biased toward also measures well. So objectively speaking, it's still a good product.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So somebody, I responded on somebody's Facebook. They were talking about Spec of Tech and how he's been saying in some videos like SVS better watch out. There's a new, I guess Tone Winners making subwoofers or something like that, and somebody's like, you could totally see his bias, and I responded exactly what Joe said. Like, I'm like, hey, dude, everybody has biases. We're all human.
Yeah.
Like you know, I clearly, if you had seen my new video, I clearly like OLED TVs. Oh, OLED, I've got 4 of them in the house, and then with this monitor 5, you know. But it doesn't mean I'm not gonna, you know, give an LED or a.
I think that's
LCD
the best
TV.
kind of bias to have, though. Like, it's biased because you use it and you've had good experience, right? As opposed to being biased because it brings in affiliate sales, right? To me, that's the worst kind of bias.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, you know what's interesting, and I still got to respond to somebody's comment, is one thing about TVs, like the OLED TVs, if you're in a game and for long periods of time, it dims automatically, right? Because that's just what it's designed to do, so to, you know, for less burn-in. But the LG OLED monitor doesn't do that. So if you are strictly about gaming, you should definitely check into that OLED monitor. I won't drop a link. You can just watch my video.
Should do it anyway.
Or whatever.
Drop a link, man. Do it.
And for the people who say that, you know, oh, you know, if you have bias, you know, these companies you're working with these companies, blah, blah, blah. And if, you know, you hear the certain things that they say, like if you do a bad review, you're never going to get anything again, things like that. And the funny thing is, I emailed the guy I know at Fio, whatever, after you did this review.
Yeah.
And, you know, I asked if it was okay to share this email. But one of he says, you know, Aaron has the attention of people who are serious about their audio. Ha, great work as usual. Like, you know, it's not.
I don't even know what that means. Ha ha.
I don't know what that
means. He said that's what it is. You know,
got it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, you can't argue with facts. You know, like you can argue with my opinion on stuff, but when I present facts and say, "Here's the facts," you can't argue with that. So that puts me in a good position to be able to say the things that I say when I can back them up with facts. I don't like that,
so
but
I like companies like that though that are willing to take the L's sometimes, right? If you're putting out a lot of products, there's going to be some that are maybe not so great. It just if you're doing things, you can make mistakes, right? I've reviewed other stuff from them that I like. You know, I have some in-ear monitors that I like from them. You know, some people like their DACs and stuff like that. I don't know that they make a lot of good speakers. Doesn't look like they do, but
I know a lot of people in car audio who run their DACs, or not their DACs, but I guess it's their little portable players, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they love them. So when I saw that they made that, somebody sent me an email like, "Hey, would you be interested in testing these?" So I was like, "Yeah, man." I thought they would be pretty cool, especially if they were targeting $300. I thought, okay, well, these aren't going to be, you know, cheap things, they're going to be good quality and they're probably going to sound good because, from what I understand, they make good sounding stuff. From what I'd heard, at least, no pun intended. But that wasn't the case, so here we are.
Yeah. Well,
maybe they'll do something better next time.
I said, hey, you should have let me tune that thing because the directivity didn't look horrible.
No, it
I'm
didn't.
like, maybe you could have just used some better tuning. If they're using DSP, that's what I don't understand. If you're using DSP, there's no excuse to do that. Like, it's not like if you're not using passive crossovers and maybe you don't know how to make a good crossover design. I don't know. But if you're using DSP, that's almost like no excuse.
I agree.
Another question for you, Aaron, is from JR. He says, Aaron, does it make a difference to place portholes on the front of a speaker rather than the back?
Ooh.
Yeah, so other than just like where you place them near a wall or something like that you can block the port in the back. So the answer is it shouldn't, but sometimes it does. So if there's a cabinet resonance or there's a port resonance, then it can leak out and it can alter the frequency response, right? And like how you hear it, not just the measured response, but actually how you hear it. And in that case, ironically, it's better for the port to be on the front because it'll create a dip in the response rather than a peak. So if it's going to be a bad port design, then I would rather have the port on the front than on the back.
You know, I've noticed sometimes in some of the reviews that we've both done is sometimes the front ports leak out the distortions that you're talking about. Yeah. So sometimes like having a rear port hides it better because it's just like it's lower in volume, I guess. I don't know. But like when it's in the front, it's almost like, oh, I hear it. It's on the front.
Yeah, especially like if it's like chuffing and stuff like that, you know, then sometimes you're going to hear that if you're just listening to it at louder volume. So that should come into play. But I would say that if it's designed well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It really does.
I like the bottom
other than
port.
the audible noise.
I like the bottom port, you know?
Yeah, the ones that fire straight into the whatever is sitting on the floor.
Into the ground.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like
shake the very ground.
Kind of thing where like the power port supposedly had like, you know, smooth it out supposedly, you know, acted as a base and it looked kind of cool. So
I do like the speakers I have because of a front port. Because one of them are like really backed up to a wall, or a window. So front port works. You know.
Something kind of interesting is I have some. I recently reviewed some Monolith Encore B5 bookshelf speakers, and I didn't realize that they were sealed. And so the bass roll off on those is not as steep. You know, it rolls off slower, and even though it rolls off pretty high, like around 100 something hertz, like it doesn't have deep bass extension. For some reason, when I play something out of those, it kind of tricks my brain somehow into thinking I'm hearing more of the deep bass extension. I don't know why. It's almost like when the roll off is steeper, like when a ported enclosure, you know, like one moment there's bass and another moment there's no bass.
Yeah,
you know?
I hear you.
And because it's slower roll off, I'm like, oh, I can hear it. You know, I guess it's not masking. Like, there's no masking from the bass that is there to the one that is barely there. It's kind of like I can hear them all together, like a hint of that deep bass. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Nope, I hear you. I understand what you're saying.
What else? What else we got here? Anything else you want to talk about, Aaron?
I just
think so. Get your stuff out of the way because you know I know you have your back, you know, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm actually probably about to quit walking here in a minute. What do I got? I'm trying to think. I've got a couple more subwoofers coming in. One of my patrons is loaning me a Rail, was it 1005 MK3? I can't remember the model number, but it's small. I think it's like $500.
It should be the 10, the 10-inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Like let's get some rails in there, baby.
Yeah. And then let's see, I've got the JBL 550p. Yeah, I needed like 6 rails so I can stack them on top of each other. So that's the only way to listen to them, from what I understand. What else is there?
Oh man, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see what's up with those rails. You know, one criticism that I had in your review of the JL Audio, because you did compare to the Monolith 8-inch THX 8-inch one, and I said, hey man, why'd you use the THX mode? Because it's like that's like the weakest mode. Like I wouldn't use that mode. And then you you mentioned about the CA 2010. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, a few people were like, "Why'd you use the weakest mode to compare frequency response?" I was like, "Because if I had used the other ones, then it would have failed the 20 and 25 hertz CEA, and then people would have been complaining about that." So pick your poison, Like,
it makes it look worse, basically. So
it does. I think people are they're going to pay more attention to the CEA numbers off the bat than they are the frequency response. So I chose the one that I was like, well, at least it passes the CEA test, and we can look at that. But
yeah, so for the folks who don't know, CEA or CTA 2010, whatever, I just still call it CA.
Whatever it is, I still do.
But basically, it checks to see how loud a speaker can play at certain frequencies, with a threshold for distortion. So after it hits a certain threshold, it says, "Oh, that failed." Like maybe you could play some sound, but it's not up to this standard, whatever standard that they have. Right? I don't know what the exact percentage is for each thing. I don't
remember either.
But basically, what Aaron is saying is when he did the test on this Monolith THX8, which is a very inexpensive speaker. I think it's like the sub is like $250 or something like that.
Yeah,
so it's very inexpensive, right? It just didn't pass those sections. It couldn't play at the level that it needed to play without the distortion that it needed to be under. But when you put it to that weak mode, that THX mode, it could play those tones, but the frequency response wasn't great. In my opinion, I think I would rather let it have a little bit of extra distortion in those frequencies, just because I don't really hear them. And it's also important to know that you can use multiple subs. That's what I ended up doing. I have 2 of them, but for the price of, let's say, that one JL audio speaker, you could get 4 of these, and I think that's going to outperform it. So it's kind of like you have to understand what the data is saying.
Right.
Yep.
For sure. I agree.
So what would you say?
Oh,
would you say? Like,
I can look at my YouTube analytics. I can look at my YouTube analytics all day long. I still have no idea what to do next. Right?
What do those numbers mean?
Yeah, what are these graphs? They're pretty graphs.
So that's a question for you, though. Would you say, if somebody said, "Oh, look, I could spend the amount for that single JL," and it's not like they could afford to pay for the JL, but they wouldn't mind placing up to 4 smaller subs.
Is that the E112 that you're talking about?
No, it's actually the D108, and the mono price is a decent bit larger than that JL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's actually a decent size large. Well, so I think I would just say, like, are you looking at the JL because of the size and because you don't want a whole bunch of subwoofers in your room, or are you just like you're cool with 4 smaller size subwoofers? And I'd probably say maybe the mono price if you want to go with that. But that JL is small, dude.
That thing is it's tiny.
I think it's actually small. It might actually be a little bit smaller than the SBS 3000 Micro. It might,
really?
Or they're really close to it. Yeah.
But not the cave. But not the calf. Yeah, that thing's like a little basketball.
Yeah, that thing is nuts.
Mark says rhythmic is a dancer. It's your companion. You can feel it in the air. No, he's saying rhythmic is the answer. It's a passion. Ooh, you can feel it. All right.
Dude, that sounded really good, by the way. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Hey, Joe, I've got the 3 Arendal monitors, and so I've tested the 1961 and the 1723 THX-S, but now I'm on just the THX. And so is that the ones that you have, or the THX or the S?
I have one right here. I was gonna open it right now because I didn't.
Live unboxing.
It's an HDF, man. Why?
What is it?
1723. So this is I picked the smallest box that they sent me. They sent me 2 pallets worth of speakers. Holy crap. And then, Aaron asked me the other day, "Hey, did you open up?" Oh, there he is. He asked me, "Hey, did you open up the Arendals?" I'm like, "No, not yet," because whenever you unbox something, it's gonna double the amount of space that everything takes up. So it's taking up half of the garage right now. So I need to make sure that I know where stuff is gonna go.
This is why I had to get a storage unit for all these empty boxes.
1723. So this is
the reason I was asking. That monitor, I mean, the bookshelf, I'm sure is what you've got, and I'm sure they sent you the monitor, the center channel. That thing is ridiculous, dude.
Like, are they 8s in there?
They're 8s, dual 8s. It's ridiculous. I put it up on the Clipple last night. I was like, good Lord, what am I doing? I'm done.
Yeah, you gotta hit the gym some more, Aaron.
Dude, I was doing well until messing my back, and now I'm like, I can't lift speakers anymore.
I wanted to open these like live because you see how look at this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's
Sometimes
cracked.
I'm always curious, like I want to make sure to get it on video when I open something, so they're not like, hey, you mess up this, like this. It's unopened.
Nope. Came like
That's
this.
how it looks. I'm gonna open it and see how it looks.
I bet you anything Joe just sat on it because he's like, man, there's not enough room in this garage anymore. I need a seat.
Oh man.
Oh no. All right.
You
open
you're
that.
soloed up.
I'm gonna go because I'm at 10% battery.
All right.
But I'm going to watch you.
See you. Good talking as always.
By the way, Aaron, somebody was commenting on how they liked all the birds chirping in the background. So that's clearly from you.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do here.
Yes.
If it had been 3 weeks ago, it would have been nothing but the cicadas.
Cicadas.
Oh, yeah, y'all don't know about cicadas there. I'll have to introduce y'all next year.
Are they going?
Don't say anything about that. I don't want to start showing up in my like Google feed.
Cicada. Hey Alexa, play NSYNC.
John Cicada. There he is.
Alexa, play NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye. All right, I hope that got all the viewers. I'll talk to y'all later.
See you, man. All right, so what else? So nice packaging.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, so this is the height speaker, wall mount Vesa 100. All right, so get this out of here. Here's the wall mount.
Somebody said, BB Photo says, I think UPS drivers sat on that Arendelle package.
They sat on it. All right. And this is always good whenever you see these types of things, because that means that it's supposed to try to protect the speaker. Let's see if it did. I'm really hoping that it did. All right. So a lot of times the corners of the box gets crushed. And so they put this harder, kind of like, I don't know, harder cardboard to protect it. All right. And then I also like that they're using this soft foam, not the stuff that like breaks and makes a huge mess. Like when Shauna sends me something, he always puts extra foam, like styrofoam, like the bad stuff.
There's a little something extra in the package. Keep it away from the kids.
Oh wow, this is heavy. Okay, dude, this looks like a gigantic version of a SVS Prime Elevation or something.
Yeah, right.
This is the S is for small. So
this is the 1730. This is 1723S.
1723. Oh, this is 1723 height. The height.
Okay.
All right. So it comes in this bag. Now, I don't know about you, but I open lots of stuff from my channel sponsor. Monolith,
and they do that black bag stuff too.
I'm liking that they that these guys and them do this nice unboxing experience where you get to undress the speaker.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Hey, what's up, speaker?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn.
Look at that guy.
This is the height speaker.
It does. The like tweeter horn thing is as big as your head, bro.
That's weird. That's weird. The unboxing, the undressing of the speaker is weird. Oh my!
That's the nipple. Yeah, I didn't want to say nipple, but that's what it is. Oh, look at that! It's upside down, Joe. It's upside down, bro. My gosh, that's like an SVS Prime Elevation that like got mutated by some mutagen ooze, and it's just ginormous. Look at the size of it. All right. Right, go get the SVS one. Go grab an SVS
for a second. I'm gonna go run and get the SVS one for a second. Okay?
Oh, dude, that's
go. That's
gonna be hilarious, dude. Oh my god, that thing's huge. The real voice of God. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Oh, all right. So yeah, while he's doing that, yes, exactly. Prime elevation after steroid overdose. Like it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. That is ginormous. Yeah, I think he's coming. I hear motion. Here he is.
Ah.
Did you get it? That thing is tiny. Hold on, let me go solo. That's just solo. Okay.
Let me make some space here. Hold on.
Dude, look at that. It's no contest, bro.
What?
No. All right. Try to hold the other one. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a baby. It's so cute. It's so cute.
Here, 3D. Good thing is that I don't see any damage on this thing, so that's good. The package, all the styrofoam and all the stuff that they put in there did what it's supposed to do. This thing is huge, man. Look at that wave guide. Oh, it looks great. This looks great. The fit and finish on this looks awesome, and the fact that it's so heavy.
Yeah.
You know what heavy means? Heavy means quality, bro.
Heavy is good. Heavy is reliable.
Heavy
doesn't work. You hit them with it. Who's that? What quote is that? Who is that? Who am I quoting? Huh?
I don't know, but
Boris the Blade from Snatch.
Oh,
he's selling Tommy the gun, right? And he said, "Heavy is good. Heavy is reliable." Hey, let's do a drop test.
This is still well made. This SBS stuff.
It is.
It still feels dense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just size-wise, it's not even. Well, it's hilarious. Anyway,
so let's pick up that Arendelle. Let's do a drop test. It's like, get out of here.
There we go. So I've unboxed them officially. There's one.
That's so cute. That's ridiculously large. That is absolutely ridiculous.
This is the smallest of all the speakers. Like, that's why I chose this one, because this is like the smallest one. This is the smallest one. My back is already starting to feel away.
You got to hit the gym too. You and Aaron. Oh man. Whew.
That's funny. There it is. There it is. It's official. Unboxing has begun on the Arendelle stuff. And now I have a giant box and styrofoam all around me.
Yeah. Oh, I every time somebody, even when Fred got the Arendelles, I just go to their website and I just look at the measurements of the center channel and I'm like, nope, I can't fit them. I can't fit them in my TV stand. There's
you need a custom one. You need a custom stand.
I know. I got somebody who can design custom stands too.
Hmm?
It's custom furniture, so yeah, I'll work.
We don't need
that's another business. We need a hush. That's another business. Speaking of that was a height channel, so this is a good segue. Speaking of Atmos height channels, my buddy, the police officer I DJ'd his wedding last week, he saw me driving around in his green Audi. Sunday. And he's like, he texted me, "Is that you in a green Audi?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What happened to the blue one?" I'm like, "Oh, we had to get rid of that." But I was like, "Dude, come over." So he comes over. And he's like, dude, he's in his full everything, dude. He comes in his squad car, and he's got his, vest on, gun, everything. He's hanging out with me in the house for a little bit. And he's like, "All right, so show me this Atmos thing." And I drew a blank. I'm like, well, what do I show him? Like, what movie scene do I go to? What to demo? And I'm like, it took me a few minutes to smack myself in the face and be like, wait a minute, why don't I just show him my shit? At first I was like, because he hasn't experienced Atmos. So first I put on our toolkit and I did a 514 call out, right? I put that into the Blu-ray player. And then he's like, oh, this is, and I told him about our product and blah, blah, blah. And, he was very impressed. He's like, "Man, this is really cool." And then he's like, wait, it's you. I'm like, yeah, it's me. It's my voice. I'm like, I made it. So it's easy, Yeah. And then I was like, oh, hang on. Let me grab my Atmos mixes. Cause he used to DJ, with me when we DJ'd, we played EDM. So I'm like, oh, he's going to like all these songs. So I put it in and, I played him the first one and he was just like, he's just sitting there and he's just like, I can see his eyes moving around oh, he's like, because rhythmically the sounds are moving around the room. And he was totally blown away. He was just like, holy crap, this sounds awesome. But I was in that state for a few minutes of what do I play this guy? just like everybody else. What do I play? And then of course the Zapiti wasn't working, so I tried to turn that thing on and it just wouldn't play. And I'm like, of course, the technology when I need it to work just doesn't want to work. So I ended up playing all of my stuff, and he was blown away. Yeah, I couldn't access any movies on the Zapiti. No Dune, no Gravity. I had to go find whatever discs I had laying around. I just had a.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Angela just came and brought, some drink, and she's looking at the Rendell speaker and the SVS speaker, and she's like, "Duh!" She has the face of like those YouTube guys that are surprised about the new product.
This is the best drink ever.
So anyway, sorry, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at your story. I'm laughing because she's saying.
Yeah, no, I figured as much. I saw all that going on, dude. I pick up a lot of things. Oh, ASMR drinking.
That good ice. That good. Scott's wife, the best. Sorry, Scott.
Michael Walker's asking, how long does it take you to burn the average Blu-ray disc? I actually don't burn them, man. I just rip them. I don't like to. Back in the day, before all this hard drive business and NAS business, I used to actually. I had one of those 300 disc DVD carousels. Do you remember that? Sony made those, and so I was burning all of my stuff that I bought onto discs and just using that and then storing the disc somewhere else. Oh, you mean rip? Michael, it depends on the disc. If it's 90 gigabytes, it could take a while, and sometimes like a lot of the newer ones kind of have it. There's a little. I can hear the drive struggling. It's like, but I don't know, an hour and a half. It all depends on the disc. But you know what was funny? Sunday night, I went to the movie theater and I got popcorn, and I was gonna have a little movie night because Sasha's not here. Movie night. Ryder didn't want to do movie night. It's okay. I'm sure he had some popcorn, but it's me and the puppies, and we're just hanging out. And then Joe started doing this stuff, and then he started sending me some shit, and I was just like, And then
like what?
It's like 4 a.m. I finally go to sleep at like 4 a.m. Didn't watch the damn movie. I mean, I saw bits and pieces of it. Are we gonna say it now?
Yeah, you mean this stuff? You talking about the spatial stuff on the channel?
The new YouTube channel. You guys, we have a new YouTube channel.
We got a whole. How many subscribers we got here? 3.
We got 3 subscribers, and it's like me, Angela, and Joe. Where's the link? Do we have a link? Let's drop these. Yeah, you got an actual link, not this Bitly thing.
Okay, here, Spatial Group YouTube channel.
Oh, dude, I don't. You got it. It's a long link, right?
There it is.
No, it does say at Spatial Group. Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Does that actually work? Does that take you to the right spot?
It better work.
There it is. Yeah, that's it. All right, so there's a new YouTube channel, guys. New YouTube channel, Spatial Group. As you guys know, the Spatial Group is where did all my discs go? Oh, I took it upstairs. That's the company we made to release the
this thing,
the Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit. Yep, Spatial Group. That's our logo up there. And basically, what we're doing is this channel is going to be a little mix bag of a few things that Joe and I have talked about, and we just started getting into. Thank you guys. Up to 11 subscribers. Well, you can play it, Joe.
Well, we're not approved on this channel.
Oh, okay. Don't play it. Don't play the audio. So basically what it is an hour-long audio that has been spatialized. And there's 2 videos. Well, I haven't done the 5.1 just yet, but this one I just released today. I did it all last night. This is what I did instead of watching John Wick. So it's about an hour long of music, lo-fi, hip-hop to like if you like, work to in the background, but if you put on your headphones, boop, 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 we got the sound going all over the place. right? So this is all spatial music or Dolby Atmos music that has been binauralized so that you can listen to it on headphones. The first video, Joe made a 5.1 or 7.1 mix. So if you play it on your device like a Roku or Apple TV works, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm. What's this one here?
Yeah. And it says 5.1 in the title or 7.1 in the title, right? Is that what you put it on? Or there's a speaker. Yeah, there's a speaker, little speaker emoji. That version is for you to listen to on your home theater. Okay. And if you use the Dolby Surround Up Mixer, you can extract 7.1 out of this 5.1 mix.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool little trick that we found out. Is I just played like, discrete sounds from the various channels, right? And I was able to play discrete if you use the Dolby Surround Up Mixer, which is kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Which means that the sound was only coming from those and not the other speakers. A little bit was bleeding through to the surrounds, but I was able to play it from the rear surrounds, which is kind of cool. It just shows that, the Dolby Surround Up Mixer can kind of extract that extra rear surrounds from a 5.1 mix. So you can only do this on a streaming device. You can't do it on your iPhone or iPad or computer or, Android phone. It has to be like a streaming device, Apple TV and whatever.
It worked on my Roku. So if you guys have a Roku, you got to go to the YouTube app on the Roku and then go find this. The easiest way though is to what I've been doing, find it on your phone so you can type it in real quick. Find it on your phone, hit play, exit out of your phone, go to your whatever streaming device, go into your history, boom, and then play the 5.1. You'll find the channel that it's just easier than having to type all that crap in.
We made a binaural one and a 5.1. So depending on what you're listening to, this one I spent a while trying to animate this, trying to
look at that.
Background move, like little leaves falling through the window. I had to mask this so that so the leaves didn't go in front of the thing. It has to go behind.
Yeah,
have to blur it so it's a certain amount. Look, you can see the leaves. I put those there.
Out there, yeah. Look at that. Joe's a master.
She moves a little bit. Look, she moves.
She moves a little bit. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it's like borderline creepy. borderline creepy. She did like a little blink.
But no, it was funny because Joe was like, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe we can do this. All of a sudden, I'm like, all right, Joe, I got an hour's worth of music. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm just working on the app. He's working on his Magic Beans app. And me, instead of I don't know what it is, man. I got a whole lot of shit done this weekend.
You're having fun too.
Oh, I was having a blast. I mean, the wedding on Saturday. Oh my gosh, it was like 4 hours of dancing. Holy shit. I looked at my time and people are leaving. I'm like, man, there's 2 hours left. Holy crap. Anyway, but yeah, I really want to see. I was actually doing some other stuff. I had the John Wick movie playing, so I know what happens in the movie, but I didn't get to sit in the money seat and experience the Atmos or whatever. But hey, movie was great. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. Yeah. But yeah, that was my Sunday night
stuff on there on this channel. Just before we go away from this topic, we should be doing some fun stuff on this channel. Some stuff we've been wanting to do. One of our ideas was remixing some of those tracks that we make fun of. Yeah, we always make fun of No Time to Die, the cave scene. There's no reflections. All right, let's fix it then, dude. I'll go and fix it.
Exactly. My cop friend was here yesterday. I was like, hey man, if you fire your gun in the hallway, what happens? He's like, oh, it reverbs to hell, right? Because he's a DJ, so he knows all the lingo. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I played that part in the movie. He's like, it's completely dry. I said, yeah. So yeah. So Joe and I were like, okay, so people are asking us to do that. We already thought about it, but people are asking to do that. Remake the Leaf demo, remake the Amaze demo. We might just show Dolby a thing or two. I don't know, maybe, but that's what's going to go on. The sound is the least bad thing. No time to do. Hey, dude, I can only get through 20 minutes of that movie, honestly.
Why? Anna de Armas is in it.
Dude,
No, not feeling it. Okay, not worth
mean,
it. That's that bad. That must be bad.
I can't get. I tried rewatching it again from the beginning, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like this, there's storytelling and there's storytelling, and then there's storytelling. Sadly, it sucked in that movie. So at least if it can't draw me in, I mean, I'm not Siskel or Ebert, so.
So, here's the thing. When it comes to the remixing stuff, I think that a lot of people do doubt that we're capable of doing some of the stuff, even though we constantly prove over and over that we know what we're talking about. We do this stuff. We may not try to, I guess, show off that we're like, super knowledgeable, but hopefully it comes through in the products that we make. So instead of saying, hey, this is what I know, well, here's the product. If we know something, then the product will come out good. If we don't know what we're doing, then the product won't come out good. Yeah. So I think that's what I'd like to do. I actually feed off that type of energy. Like when people don't believe in you, I'm like, thank you.
Everybody loves an underdog story, right? Everybody loves an underdog story. Joe loves to be the underdog, right? Yeah, I do too.
Like
I do too.
Yeah. So keep it coming. All the haters, keep it coming, please.
Reverend Slim, he just heard my Atmos mix for what do you call it? The new song. And he posted in the what do you call it? In the our spatial audio calibration toolkit Discord group. He's like, "Oh, this sounded great." So, it's one of those things when you work with nothing good ever came easy. So, if it takes me 3 weeks, 4 weeks to do an Atmos mix for a 3-minute song, and you're hearing that these Atmos mixes from full-on feature films are done in 2 weeks, yeah, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Granted, in a movie, you're not going to have stuff flying around you all the time. Obviously, you got to kind of match what's happening on screen. And of course, they do this for a living. So yeah, in my 3-4 weeks, I have other jobs I need to do, and there's, people I gotta, so there's a lot of other stuff going on, but like, man, I love it. I'm already working on the next Atmos mix, and I have an Atmos original too, which you guys are going to love. Hopefully that'll make an appearance in a subwoofer video, because I got some special lined up for that. And even Joe doesn't know about that one.
Oh,
well, he knows about
cool.
it. But
it's cool. That's cool. I like it.
But yeah, the more and more deeper we get with this, the more and more we understand that a lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, which is kind of the funny part. But hey, so yes, Spatial Group YouTube channel, go subscribe up. We've got 2 videos on there, 2 binaurals. I'll try to get the 5.1 uploaded tonight while I'm at work. It was also a 4K 1 hour long video, so that was 30 gigabyte upload that I just did overnight while I was asleep finally. And let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on to something happened over the weekend, and Value Electronics was involved. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The results are in. The Sony A95L OLED is crowned king of TVs. And the LG Z2 OLED, king of 8K TVs. So the Sony A95 OLED, it'll start shipping next week, I think. This thing was not out. Actually, Robert, he invited me to be a part of this again this year. Unfortunately, I had that wedding this weekend, so I was already booked. But yeah, there it is. Sony again takes the cake. Now this guy, like the 65-inch is $3,500, so it's not cheap. But and it's the one I was hoping to upgrade to, but I don't really want to spend like $3,000 on a TV right now. Like I said, if it's, I'd rather buy some speakers for my DJ gig than buy a TV or a Kaleidoscape. So, but what's interesting, so it says here, this year, the 4K TV shootout includes 6 displays with 3 mini LEDs, on the top row and 3 OLED TVs on the bottom row. All the 4K TVs in the competition were 65-inch, including Samsung's QN95C, Sharp's XLED, Hisense's U8K, and Samsung's S95C, Sony's A95L, and LG's G3. 2 reference BVM HX310 professional mastering monitors were included. And if you don't know the reason for the mastering monitors, is that because, hey, thank you, Kenny, for becoming a YouTube member.
Kenny.
Make sure to jump into the after show after this. Say what's up.
Yeah, and if you're not sure how to do that, message me, just so I can make sure to get you the links. Just because a lot of times it's, if you're new, you're like, where do I see all the stuff? So YouTube doesn't make that as easy as I thought, but we'll get you the info.
Yeah. So the BVM monitor, that's where, so like all the TVs are fed the same signal, and what you're supposed to do as a judge is to see, look at the reference monitor, which is what they do all the like mastering for movies, Dolby Vision, HDR, all that kind of stuff. Look at the BVM and then compare it to all the TVs there, and which one has the most, well, there's accuracy, there's color accuracy, and down here, you can see the ballots, right? So they do grayscale, uniformity, shadow detail, color accuracy, native motion, HD resolution, all that kind of stuff. And so this is kind of how things played out. I'm glad Robert included this.
Can you zoom in slightly?
Oh yeah, sure. How's that?
Yeah, a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit better. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they go through SDR, HDR, and then this is interesting that they didn't do this before when I was a judge, but this is kind of cool. Broadcast monitor off, out of the box, best preset picture mode. So that's kind of like what everyone would do, right? Because majority of people don't get their TVs calibrated. So this time around, Robert and the crew at Value Electronics added this, which I think is actually pretty cool, right? So the Sony ended up winning again. And I think they only have, like, I think he gave me a picture. They also did the 8K, of which the LG won the 8K. There is a picture here. Let's see. You see that still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you can see, here's the the reference monitors in between, and then you've got the 6. Hey, look, this is Woody Soundup. This is Brian. He's one of the judges this year. Yeah. Yeah. FOMO was there. Brian from Tech Therapy was there. Caleb Dennison was the master of ceremonies, and it's a great event. I've been there a few times as a judge, and I'll tell you this, dude, that's not easy. Judging that kind of a thing, it's not easy. You got all this like pressure. You want to make sure like you're like, I actually got up and moved over, because if you're comparing LED to an OLED. If I'm standing in front of the OLED and the LEDs here, I know that I got to stand in front of the LED to get like the proper picture. Otherwise, you get that color shift when you're off axis and all that kind of stuff. It's not an easy thing. So maybe I'll get there next time. I don't know. Next year, who knows? I got to stop taking all these DJ gigs though. That's the problem. That's the problem. I like making money. And even FOMO's like, he's like last week, he's like, are you coming out? I was like, nah, man, I'm DJing. He's like, well, probably making way more money than I am. So they did the full 8-hour live stream, him and Brian from Tech Therapy. So it was a interesting situation. So definitely check out FOMO's channel if you want to check out the play-by-play. And that's it. So thank you, Robert, for sending me all that information, and congratulations to Sony for winning the 4K TV shootout, and congratulations to LG for winning the 8K TV shootout the following day. Oh. I don't think Caleb brought any trumpets or horns to play during the intermission. He's an amazing player, actually.
Can I show you something about what I shared with our Facebook Messenger group for the Daily HiFi Crew?
Oh, Kenny, you're part of that now too. Kenny, you need to get in there.
So I made this specifically for these guys because I was trying to explain about video compression. Last time we were talking about Kaleidoscape and different video compression, and people were saying, hey, you don't have the product, so you can't criticize what they're doing and what they're not doing, right? And that's true. I can't talk about it from a usability standpoint, and I think that's why a lot of people seem to like it. It really just works well. It's stable. It's easy to use, things like that. So I can't speak on that. I was only specifically talking about like the data rates, and I don't have to have used one to understand how video works because I make videos. I constantly, we make videos. This is what we do.
You make a video?
Yeah, so we make videos. So, I have to look at these things. I have to understand compression and different file formats, things like that. So let me share with you what I made here. And if there's anything that's not accurate here, let me know because I just kind of made this quickly. It's not, I don't usually do this sort of stuff here.
You're making things quickly. I
made a 10-second video. Okay. And in the first one, I exported it uncompressed. So when people say uncompressed video,
they say lossless. No. They say lossless, right?
Look, you can have lossless audio. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
That's True HD. That's DTSX HD, right?
Master audio. Yeah.
That's lossless audio. No problem. We can do that all day, right? Lossless video, on the other hand, no. Like studios don't even use lossless video unless they're doing like VFX stuff where it needs to be like the highest possible quality because they're gonna go in frame by frame and like do crazy stuff to the video. For the most part, we work on this like on ProRes, something like that. There's also if you use Avid, it's DNX HD, but this is a lossy format. Okay, so going from this lossless format, so 10 seconds of lossless video was 5.31 gigabytes, and this is a video that didn't even have a ton of somebody said lossless video. Pied Piper did it.
Pied Piper, yeah, I know. Dude, I love that show. I love that show. And that guy Jin Yang, he's got a great stand-up. He's a great.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, and his dad, right? Jin Yang's dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's whole.
What'd you say?
He said, you asshole. Anyway.
This guy. All right. So anyway, 5.31 gigabytes for 10 seconds of video is ridiculous. Nobody's getting that. Okay, I promise you. Nobody works off that file size on a regular basis. No way. Even if you record in like RAW, there's like Red cameras record in a loss. What is it called? Like a lossy. I don't know if it's lossy, but it's a compressed RAW, even if it's RAW. Okay. So we mostly use these Apple ProRes 422 HQ, and this is what a lot of people consider like mezzanine files. If you ever heard that term, it's basically a visually lossless. Let me put my
so it's compressed, but it's imperceptible to the human eye, right?
Yes,
like you can't distinguish the difference between.
That's important to note. That I could have them both side by side and be like, they look the same to me. I can't tell the difference. There is a difference because you've lost information, but there's more information that our eyes can possibly perceive. Okay, so even this mezzanine files, and I'm not going to talk about whether companies get mezzanine files or not or whatever, but a Blu-ray disc is not this. Okay, even the Blu-ray disc has to use a smaller file size. So going from lossless to these ProRes, this is now 887 megabytes, and that's about 6 times smaller. Okay, then moving to a Blu-ray format, look at how much data you've lost. Now this is a really lossy format, but not only is it lossy, there's a visual difference. It's slight, but there's a difference, right? If you've ever exported Chana in ProRes and like looked at the video, you're like, oh, dang, there's a little extra right there, right? And we don't even get that. When you get a Blu-ray, it's not even in that format, right? So that's 86 times smaller than this. 86 times smaller than this one, right? And then finally, what you have to do is, I'm showing an H.265 because this is what phones can now do. HEVC, if you've seen that. Mm-hmm. it's a more efficient codec. Right? So this Blu-ray format is H.264, right?
Oh,
That's
you
the
got a
previous
typo in
codec.
there. It's H.264. You did
H.264.
H2.
H.264.
I can't trust you now. Everything you're saying is negated.
Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
And so I put these at, you know, the equal quality, right?
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Equal quality. Yeah.
Anyway, my point being that this is visually lossy, right? You can perceive that there is a difference. But then going from this to this H.265, this newer format uses way more CPU power, right? Like to the point where our old computers could not handle the video files if we would try to edit H.265. The new ones can, because they have built-in like hardware decoders that can do it, like, you know, easily. But this one at half the data rate, so 25 megabits per second, is visually the same as this previous one.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell a difference if you look at them both. They both look about the same, you know, to you. So here's a graph, okay? This is, let me go back to this one. This one's first. This is why I think it's so funny when we're talking about this stuff. Here's the uncompressed video file, okay? Going to ProRes, that mezzanine file, look at how much smaller it is already. Now look at the Blu-ray from this mezzanine file. Look at that compared to the actual uncompressed. So these, you know, Blu-ray H.265, and I even put AV1 is a new format that's even more efficient than H.265. AV1? AV1, yeah. So YouTube has it, and a lot of the streams are starting to have support for AV1, which is a even higher compression without losing quality. So here I took off the uncompressed because that's just too huge. So now we're just taking a look at the ProRes mezzanine file. Look at the Blu-ray still. This is the Blu-ray quality versus that ProRes. And then you can see how the H.265. So when companies say, hey, we get this file and then we make it the Blu-ray, right? Okay, we used higher bit rate. Okay, how much better is that going to be? You already lost this amount of data. You know, if you made it a little bit better, that's like it being over here, right? It's not going to be it's not ginormous in the whole scheme of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if I drill down further, I took out the mezzanine file, and I'm just looking at Blu-ray H.265 and AV1. I put the dot in the right place on this one. You can see the different file formats. But here's what all this means. I think that eventually, we're already seeing it, that companies are going to start using AV1 as their codec of choice. And at first, they're going to just use this codec to save money, right? Because if you're getting the same quality as this Blu-ray and you're using only this much data, then that's going to be good. But what I think is going to happen is they're probably going to keep the quality as low as it is right now and just save space. And then eventually, let me take this off. Yeah. Eventually, what I think is going to happen is they're going to say, hey, we can charge people. They'll pay more for one that's visually the same as the Blu-ray. And I think they'll be able to do that via streaming because the data rates are so small that, you know, it's feasible to do it. So this technology is already here.
So right? So Matt's arguing with you. He says that 4K Blu-ray format uses H.265. Can Joe zoom in? Oh, he couldn't read it. Oh, okay.
Sorry. Okay, what's the argument? Because I could be totally wrong. This is not my job is not to analyze codecs, right? I know how to use them, but if I say something that isn't correct, please correct me. Right? But so what is he saying?
He just says the 4K Blu-ray uses H.265, not H.264.
Okay.
So it's compressed. So it's compressed even more, or it says visually not as different as 264, but lower files.
Well, it's good. Sean is the one who sends the stuff to the Blu-ray guy, so he knows what is it? H.264, H.265?
It's H2. What I sent was H.264 because it's 1080p. If it's 4K with HDR, you're probably going to send H.265. But and people would like to argue about stuff, and if you're making YouTube videos on a phone, you got a DSLR here, there, everywhere. My camera, this camera right here, I will try to do this because I brought my phone here. This camera right here that I'm using. Hi, it's me. See, this camera right here is Sony's FX3. And this camera here is Netflix approved, and I can shoot in 4K with Dolby Vision. So for those that are just making YouTube videos, or people like, oh, people on YouTube don't use fancy shit. I got the fancy shit because I like my stuff looking good. So I know.
He's using for live streaming right now.
I'm using it for live streaming just because that's my camera. This is where I shoot all my YouTube videos, obviously. So when it comes to codecs, yeah, all about it, because we need to know. We need to, I can record in lossless all my YouTube video, but why? But I can. If Joe and I, we can get together with a couple of these cameras and make something and put it up on Netflix.
So some of these guys are saying that they couldn't read this. So okay, and a lot of people are correcting me that it's H.265 on Blu-ray. So I had that mistaken, maybe just because we didn't have to use that for ours. So sorry. I stand corrected if that's the case, and I believe you guys. I do believe you guys.
Correct. You're sitting
corrected. All right, here we go. So I'll zoom in a little bit. But even then, even if we're saying, okay, it's the 265, right? Look at this real quick.
Slide with the two. Go to the first slide.
Here's
uncompressed. Top one is uncompressed.
Uncompressed.
Here, let's just put it all.
Does this help if I go?
No, it's still. I got it. Oh, there. Whatever that was. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go. So uncompressed, ProRes, and let's say this is not Blu-ray. This is only the 1080. So my mistake. H.265 is. Look at how small these are in comparison to any of these other ones. Okay. And so, let me go back here. Where's the next one? So this is another comparison, kind of zoomed in a little bit. All right, all right. So even then, it's like it doesn't even matter. We're talking small numbers here, in comparison to this ProRes version. So if a company does get this, let's say Kaleidoscape gets this file, they still got to make it one of the, these sizes, right? And saying it's H.265 is even, it can hold more, it can keep higher quality for the same sizes, right? So yeah, people are correcting me here. H.265 HEVC only for Ultra HD Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so the H.264 is what we sent off for our standard 1080p Blu-ray.
Okay. And then the last one, just showing this one more time here. Get this out of the way.
One more time. Kenny's got a question here. Can someone confirm I'm understanding codecs correctly? They encode and compress the file. The device receives the codecs using algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. The last part. The first part you kind of got right.
What is the question exactly? Can somebody confirm I'm understanding codecs correctly? They encode and compress the file, then device receives and decodes using an algorithm. Yeah. And a lot of times, what you need is a hardware-based decoder, because you can you can decode stuff using software, but a lot of times a hardware chip that's dedicated to decoding that one specific format is going to be much more efficient at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we can edit these videos now that are in H.265, because we have there's hardware specifically on our computers that decodes that efficiently.
Yeah, the Mac M1s. Mm-hmm. Like my I have a pretty expensive Intel MacBook Pro, and my new M1 takes those H.265 files and plows right through them, whereas my other one just it was just I hit play to be like burp, 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 like pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
they call it the media engine on M1 and M2. Like they have a media engine, a set of chips that is the hardware accelerated H.264, HEVC, ProRes, and ProRes RAW video decode engine. Yeah, I'm just looking at the image right now. So yeah, there's basically you need hardware support is the best, right?
Yeah.
But I think your question was, how does it work? Let me see here. Let's see if I don't know if this is going to be able to see this. It's going to be small. Let me see. But here's Apple Compressor. So this program, the whole purpose of it is to convert your videos into the proper format. So here they have create a Blu-ray AVC HD.
HD.
And
Yep.
so this is where I maybe got confused because there's H.264. This is going to be hard to see. But in the video section, it has you all the the different drop downs to convert it to that format.
Yeah, or on the left, look, you got HEVC, broadband HD, HEVC, broadband UHD. Like these are all compression formats and codecs that are used to deliver, right?
Yeah, so
there's
MXF
the
is like one of those mezzanine formats.
Right.
See, 422, 422 higher quality. Proxy is like like a real easy one for people to edit off of, smaller file size. And it shows you here, the different how large the file is going to be, the different options that you have for that particular thing, and the audio options. Because a lot of times the video and the audio, the format needs to be able to handle the audio file that you're trying to use with it. So, for example,
look at Paul. So, moral story: K-scape is better.
Yes.
We know
anyway.
I think the jury is still out. I know Joe finally got a response to his questions that kind of sort of didn't answer the questions. But it's one of those things where it's like I understand that there are some instances where you get a movie that's 100 gigabytes, but the disc can only fit 50, 60 gigabytes. And in that case, there's inherently something else there. A whole 50 gigs of some shit there. So is that better? I don't know. Maybe. Can you tell the difference between the two if they were side by side? I don't know. It's a lot. Just jumping down this rabbit hole has taught me a couple of things. Don't fucking believe everything you hear on the internet. Read, see on the internet. That includes me as well. Go find it out yourself. Take everything with a grain of salt. And I don't know if what it seems like to me is that there are a handful of titles that are like that, where the file size you can get from Kaleidoscape is so much larger than the Blu-ray disc, then yes. The question then is, do you want to spend all that money for the handful of titles where that is happening? I would want to just be like, yo, stop talking about the quality and just talk about everything else that's amazing about it. The user interface. If you have a big poster board thing outside your home theater that says now playing, when you press play on the Kaleidoscape, it automatically shows it there. You press play on the movie, the shutters roll down, that turns on the heat, dims the lights, a little dude comes out and gives you a back rub. Like all those things that happen when you press play on a movie on a Kaleidoscape. Yeah. Advertise the shit out of that.
This is what we want to do, Chana. Let's get Spatial Audio Toolkit on there. We're not hating. We're not hating at all. We'll put our content on there for the people who have Kaleidoscape. Now you'll be able to get, a Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit on your Kaleidoscape. Dude, I'm a businessman too. Let's go. We'll do a special edition one for those rich Kaleidoscape people. Special edition just for you guys, with some extra tracks, and it's going to be extra expensive too. So what can you do? You can show off to your friends that you're willing to ball out on the Kaleidoscape version instead of just buying the disc.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We support you guys. Excuse you guys are fixated on this back rub.
Look. Here's that trailer, Chana. I don't want to show too much, but isn't this the one? The creator.
Oh, the creator?
Shot on FX3.
Oh, this is shot on my camera. Oh, cool. Fantastic. Look at that. Looks like a real movie. Oh, somebody said something about
IMAX. What the heck? They can do it.
Was it Scottio? No, it wasn't Scottio. Who was it? Where was it? Something about Netflix. Here, scruffing. Scruffing. Scruff King Man. Well, with all these Netflix approved cameras coming out, is Netflix changing and going to be like YouTube? No, I don't think so. But I mean, if you have a professional camera that can do all this stuff and you actually have something to film that's interesting, dude, we almost put our toolkit up on Amazon Prime Video. Like there aren't a whole lot of barriers to this kind of stuff. Of course, if you have a shit movie, who's going to watch a shit movie or a shit show? Get a shit show. I didn't even try on that one. You know, why are people going to watch it? So are you going to go through all the hoops to get something on Amazon Prime Video? But yeah, you can.
How about this though?
You can.
What's up with this though?
Oh, there we go.
Right, so we have test tracks that you can check out on Artist Connection.
That's right.
To see if this works, because you know we have some new stuff on there that you can check out. Where's the link to this? We have a link to this. I have a link to this. Let me find it. There it is. Here it is. Come in. Boom. Boom. So yeah, download the Artist Connection app. Check that out. There's also some stuff from Oro 3D that's on there. That's kind of cool. So from Oro, you know, you can check some stuff out.
Yeah, go there and you know, make sure your system plays it properly.
Yeah.
And then from there, then it's golden. You're gonna see a lot of cool demos from us. Some are free, some are gonna be paid, you know, whatever. You know, what ifs. Spatial Group officially laying down the hammer. Right?
So yeah. There's some of the stuff. So I have this track here called "Someone Trying to Get In." It's a cool little fun track that I made of somebody trying to get into your spot,
your home.
Yeah. So it should sound pretty crazy in Atmos. And then we have a test track just to make sure everything's working, you know. Now also you'll see here Sat Go, right? So this is our new thing that we're coming out with. We said last time it's $69, but I'm like, let's just make it $59 for right now. You know, so it's $59, and then we also have a periodic pink noise pack (PPP), and that's $19.99. And what that is,
you know me.
Basically, pink noise that you're gonna need to use for the Magic Beans app. Well, actually, we're gonna include that with Magic Beans. But if you want to use it for your own type of calibration, it's pink noise that's up to 9.1.6 for Atmos, as well as center height and the top surround, aka voice of God, if you have an Oro 3D system. So it covers pretty much most people's systems. Sorry, DTSX.
Yeah.
You know, they might have some channels that I have not made, but yeah, we've tried to cover as many as we can. And yeah, so we have pink periodic pink noise, 16 kilohertz for that. Yeah.
Rosan, no plans for a 4K version of the SACT just yet.
4K?
Yeah, he asked if the spatial disc could be in Dolby Vision on Kaleidoscape.
Why do you need that?
I don't know.
He wants a, Matt says he wants an Atmos haircut audio track. We could do that. How about this one? We got this too.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's
We
that.
need to make a video on this.
Yeah, we should do a live stream and answer some questions and actually try to keep it on track. I think that's me. I think I'm the one that gets us derailed usually.
So yeah, this is the Spatial Audio Toolkit. You could say it's a light version of our Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit. So Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit is SACT, S-A-C-T, and this one is called SAT Go. So it's just a Spatial Audio Toolkit. And so the other one has 160, how many? 160 tracks. And this one has 39 tracks. So, but you know, and this one's lossy. But I think for a lot of people with sound bars where you don't want to spend the $99 for the Spatial Audio Calibration Toolkit, or if you have, you know, if you don't have a system that can play that, you know, if you don't have a Blu-ray player, and you can use this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me give you a link to this one here. So that one is spatial audio calibration, spatial audio toolkit.
Yes.
Here we
Because
go.
we took out the like major calibration files that are for professionals. Yeah.
I'll put a post here. Boom.
That was such a softball. I'll tell you in the after show. Okay. All right.
Oh, he's
Speaking of
trying
which,
to
we
cut
should
you
get
off?
into the. I don't know. Who knows? That's
Okay,
just
we can
Paul.
jump in there.
All right. So
I
yeah,
think he's
let's
trying to get you to make fun of something. I don't know. You know,
Okay,
Paul.
yeah,
Paul's
well,
always up to no good.
I know.
Whatever
I
he's
know.
up to.
As long as there's no nip slips anymore, Paul, we're good. So yeah, so what did we cover today? Zapedi's pretty much gone out of business. You can still use your Zapedi device. You just can't really do anything with the cloud or the your collection. You have to make an offline collection. And if you what do you call it? I think they said something about an app and then you got to charge for it. I don't know. Whatever. There's a Zidu. There's that Zune HD that I just bought pretty much on the show so I can check out, the other option, right? Because I have a couple of Zapedis. I have some Zidus. I don't have this Dune HD, so I'll check that out for you guys. Also, the Sony A95 L OLED TV won the 4K battle, best 4K TV of 2023. The 8K went to the LG 8K TV. And what else did we cover today?
I like this whole summary, bro. This is so professional of you.
I just thought of it. I was just like, oh, let's just talk about what else happened.
You talked about so much stuff.
Oh yes, the Spatial Group YouTube channel, youtube.com/@spatialgroup. We've taken, if you like to have put on some headphones, hear some Dolby Atmos binaural mix down of some great music for you to chill, study, or have on in the background, go for it. Go over to Spatial Group YouTube channel, check that out. Too. What's that?
I want to know what people think of it too, so comment.
Yeah,
comments.
See what's up. We went over codecs. Somebody asked me about subwoofers. I have the per listen subwoofer. I think I might have deleted the whole unboxing footage that I have from there. I don't know. I think I put it on another hard drive, so I got to look for it. A lot more than just nip slips.
Okay. Oh, dude. I just noticed there's a bunch of questions I didn't answer.
Okay.
I'll do it real quickly. Okay, so start comments. No, nothing. Whether or not I should put the effort into learning REW. Yeah. Anytime you're talking about learning something new in a hobby that you're interested in, I think it's always a good idea to learn something new. So yes. Van Gool says, no. So is REW in the mic worth it? Yeah. Again, you'll be able to see what your stuff is doing. And also, you're going to need a U-mic if you're interested in the Magic Beans app, which is super close. It's so close. Oh, it's so close. Got my corporation set up. Got all the banking stuff set up.
Did you go with the I know you didn't go with the C Corp or an S Corp. You went with the G Corp, right?
No, the G Corp. Yeah,
because you a G.
Whole new
classification. Damn, I got it. Yeah.
So that's all set up. Website set up. Ready to accept payments. And it's just everything's looking good and very excited. Very excited. It's getting so close I can taste it. All right. What else? So yeah, get that because you need a U-mic. Angela says, ready to roll, son. Yeah. What else? What other ones you see here?
I'm super pissed. What are we gonna do now? It seems like Zapedi video player is going away with support. Our $1,500 Zapedi reference players, paperweights now. You can still use it. When you add new titles, you won't be able to just add them to your collection because the database thing, that all that is going away. So you can still use it as a file playback device. If you have a NAS and you're just adding movies to it, just go into the Explorer kind of thing. So it's not going to look as pretty, but you can still use it. I'm gonna try to use mine. Why not? It's sitting there. But I am fortunate I can just get another one from somewhere else. Tony asks, hi gentlemen, was wondering if I connected a 200 watt power per channel amp and had two JBL L7s as my left and right, and a Klipsch 64-2 center channel. The JBLs are 6 ohm and the Klipsch with that were, yeah, it'll be fine, dude. As long as the amplifier is stable at the lowest ohm number. So if it's stable at 6 ohms, it'll play 6 ohm, 8 ohm at the same time, no problem. If it's stable at 4 ohm, I had Martin Logan speakers are all over the board, right? The electrostats are 5 ohm, the center channel was 4 ohm, and then it was 6 ohm for the surrounds, and then my height channels were the SVS prime elevations, which are 8 ohm. All the amplifier had no problems because the amplifier was stable at 4 ohms, so you shouldn't have any problems, Tony. Okay.
Real quick, let me get to this one. Who's the one that said something about somebody? Oh, somebody said he has a sound. Kenny says he has a sound ID reference calibrated mic.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So I think this is what you're referring to. So Sound ID and Sonar Works. I think they're the same company. And they sent me this a while ago, and I just never got around to reviewing it. This is their calibration software for computers, which I should do it because they sent it to me, so kind of own. But this mic here, I've seen this mic before. Right? They put their name on it. But this looks like my I think Behringer has one, the Behringer and Dayton Audio have one called the EMM6, I believe. But this looks like the same mic. I think they're all using the same mic, if not the same capsules. I don't know. Maybe they're slightly different. But it should work. You just need to make sure they use a calibration profile for your specific mic.
Yeah. That's about ripping. Do. Is Kaleidoscape saying they are giving people the mezzanine file, or they're saying what they're giving people is delivered from the second one? They're getting the mezzanine file and they're doing some sort of proprietary something or other and then sending it out to their customers. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, so they did respond back to me, and their answer was kind of like I asked very specific questions. Do you get a mezzanine file for every single movie? Or just some? And I think my conclusion is I think that it's certain ones. And, I think it would be good to be clear about which ones they are getting it for and which ones they aren't. Again, I don't think that that's why somebody should buy this, right?
Yeah.
I want to be clear. I'm not saying to not buy it. I don't think that the higher quality should be your reason. If it's because it looks super cool, it's stable,
convenience,
convenient. You don't want to download stuff illegally. You don't want to burn stuff. You just want to buy.
You don't want to rip anything and spend all that time getting all these hard drives. And how many ripping drives do I have? I like 6 of them here. They all end up like failing after like a couple of years.
If you don't want to wait a few years to see if some of these streaming services will provide a quality that's up to a lot of you guys' standards, then that is your option. If you can afford it and it's not an issue for you, dude, go and get it. Right. So anyway, my point being, I don't think that that's the issue. That's what people should be focusing on. But I think that they don't get it. Maybe they don't get it for every single one. Maybe most of them, maybe some of them. I don't know.
And especially the older titles. Do you think they have like mezzanine files just hanging around from a 10-year-old movie?
I don't know. So I don't know the answer to that one. And also I asked them if, what format they encode to, and they said it's kind of proprietary. Right? They didn't give me a specific answer about what it was. I get it. I get it. And maybe we'll sit down and have a meeting with them, get the spatial toolkit on there, just to show that we support Kaleidoscape. We support what they're doing, but it's my job to kind of find out information for you guys. So when you ask me a question, did I give the best possible answer I can give? That's all. Yeah. I'm not trying to do anything good or bad for a company. I'm just trying to provide good information. So what else? What else?
I don't think there's anything else in it. There's just other stuff. Aaron, check out Gary Summers and get him on the show.
Okay. All right.
Mixing engineer, Skywalker Sand.
Boom. HiFi merch. You want to be part of the crew?
That's right.
Daily HiFi Crew. Get it.
So For those of you that are channel members, we will see you in the after show in just a few minutes. For those of you that are watching on the replay or listening on Anchor FM, if you guys like to listen, anchor.fm/Daily HiFi. If you guys want to be in the show, get your questions answered, and overall just have a good time with us.
Yeah.
We'll love to have you in the chat. Mondays, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, and away we go. Have a good
week.
I
love my dudes in our after show chat, man. We really have a good time, and I can't wait to
we keeps it real.
Even you, Don. We're gonna have to fight for a little bit. We can fight a little bit. It's fine.
You guys bicker like some married folk, dude. It's hilarious.
Don is much bigger than me, so we'll still do it though. We'll just do it for fun.
Yeah. You guys should arm wrestle. You guys should arm wrestle when you meet.
That's right. All right. We'll see you guys in the after show.
Bye.